I want different kind of cars and I want different kind of trips. I got way too many bros every day. Another.
You know what the fuck going on, man? It's your boy, y'all.
It's your boy, him.
And welcome to the Dawg House Podcast, man. We got a special one here today, man. We got Dame here in the building. What's up, bro?
You already know it's your boy, Dame fucking Mac. What the fuck? So, what's going on, man?
What's going on, bro? Before we started off, man, I just want to say, man, give you your flowers while you're still here. We just spoke behind the scenes, and basically what I want to tell you is, bro, you the creator for all this shit in the city. Everything, like, as far as, like, bidding, the rap DVDs, like, I see people now, they do it now, but I want people to give you credit. You've been doing this shit before, the social media shit, before, like, the Instagram became what it came, and I just want to say, I appreciate you. For me, when I was growing up 12, you did something for me. You fucked me up. I ain't gonna lie, you fucked me up. I told that to everybody on here. He fucked me up. All that bid and all that, looking you up and down when I walk up to you, blame him. Don't blame me. But, start, like, what you got going on, bro? Like, coming up.
Right now, I'm on the Philly club wave and shit. That's another thing I just, well, I ain't started, but I brought it back. Like, you know, when I did the White Bean Word to Me shit. So there's the Philly club wave one fucking with right now. But I'm gonna come back to the YouTube shit, but right now I'm just around with the Philly club wave.
What got you? So I know, like, you was doing that back in the day too. I see you was getting into, like, the music and all that. What made you get into, like, the party music and all that? Like what made you get into that?
Well, I started making party music first before I started doing the YouTube shit. It just, like, when the YouTube shit took off, I'm like, all right, I'm just put that shit to the side. I thought at the time, like, I mean, maybe it is still, but at the time, like, that's what the main attraction was with the YouTube shit. But when I started to get back into it was when I did the Stealing Wigs joint. Okay. I just did that shit just to do it, like, right. And then I just kept doing that shit.
So that's you got a whole mixtape with party music.
Yeah. It's called 09 to 2021 or some shit like that.
That must be your favorite era or something, because I see you always, like, going back in the day, like, far as, like,
murder joint did with Quell.
Yeah.
Like that. And I think it was, like, in the basement.
Yeah, like, when y'all took it back to the team and all that.
Yeah. No, yeah, cause that was the whole thing. Like, that was the whole reason behind, like, you know, trying to bring the party music shit back. Because, like, I was just watching, you know, I just read and react. I just paid attention to what's going on in the city. And I'm like, yo, since the pandemic, it's like, right. Shit, like, getting real for niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, yo, like, niggas not really having fun no more.
Right, yeah.
And then when I went to a club and I seen that, like, during the pandemic, motherfuckers were just, like, just smoking hookah and then bitches just looking at the camera and shit. And, like, I'm like, they doing boring and shit. Like, nobody dancing and shit. What the fuck? This what is going on? I'm like, oh, hell no, I gotta do something about this. But I didn't expect it to be the first joint. Like, I'm like, I'm gonna just make a little joint.
See how I go.
Yeah, and I just made White Me Word to Me and then shit. Like,
so, tell people how that part, like, how that, the making of that song, like,
how they came about. Like I said, I was like, I'm about to make some club shit, like, you know, to bring, like, the whole vibe from back in the day back.
The hype up.
So I'm just working on this shit, and you know, I'm on the phone just multitasking, and I just came across the White Beard. I mean, I already saw it, but I came across it again while I'm working on something. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you know what? I'm about to just make something out of this joint, like, just to see what's up.
Right.
Made this shit at like 3 in. I talked to Quill like damn, like every night and shit. Like, I called Quill like, yo, what you think about this joint? He's like, yo, this joint alright and shit. Like, I'm gonna just preview it tomorrow and see what it do. Man, I preview that shit. That shit start going up. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, we gotta fuck with this joint now. And that's when I had hit her up and shit, and then it was a whole little weird shit behind that shit. I peeped
though, you always made stuff that was relevant, you made into a song. Like, remember when Scepter went on strike?
Yeah.
You made a song about the Scepter bus.
Yeah, that was my first song on the radio and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and it went up.
Yeah.
And you did the Stealing Wigs when the girl was still, like, you make it, like, I feel like you make music for stuff that's going on, you just make it a bid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, my question is for you, for people that don't know, like, how was it growing up? Like, how did you come up? Like, what was your story like growing up for the people that don't know?
What?
Like, as far as, like, how was, like, you know, like, how we grew up, I grew up playing football and shit like that, like, and running around bidding, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I understood what you meant.
You feel me?
So, fucking, you know, I'm from Southwest and shit, like, I had moved to Southwest, I'm originally from New York and shit.
Southwest, too.
Oh, yeah. For real? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I was born in Brooklyn and shit, like, so I'm like, wow, what the fuck I be saying I'm from fucking, Southwest New York or some shit.
Southwest New York is crazy.
But no, fucking Southwest Brooklyn. But no, fucking, when I moved here and shit, now I'm also West Indian, I'm Jamaican and shit. So I had a little accent a little bit, like, because in New York it's more like a lot of West Indian motherfuckers and shit. So, you know, Philly, motherfucker, that was my, yo, Philly, like, yo, they don't have no picks. Like,
Nah, yeah.
soon I walked into school, niggas start grinding me the fuck, like, what the fuck, that kid, like, fucking Jamaican booty spray, they was just grinding me the fuck up, like, but at the time, you know, like, so, but I used to be mad about that shit. I went home to my mom, like, yo, like, motherfuckers fucking with me and shit. And she was like, she was my mom the reason why I'm like this. She gave me the green light, like, no, you gonna make the school, you fucking saying this and that third. Bet. I went to school, motherfuckers start laughing and shit. Like, so I'm like, all right, bet. So basically, me, the grind time, she was off some self-defense shit. Like, and ever since then, like, it was like, it kept me from really rumbling and shit. Like, of course I still rumble, but just like, it became a part of my whole, like, personality. But other than that, fucking, in high school, I was playing football and shit. Like, so I thought I was going on for Bertram and shit. Like, so I thought I was going, but shit got real. Niggas started beefing and shit. Ended up getting kicked the fuck out and shit. And then sent me to fucking this little CP joint and
so,
shit.
like, once you started bidding in school and all that, you knew, like, you had a talent for, like, that bid and shit? Or, like,
No.
Like, you just...
I wasn't even no talent. I just, cause at that time, like, I remember when I seen Quill John, at that time, being the fucking comedian boy wasn't like some shit like, yeah, I'm gonna be a fucking comedian and shit. Like, I wasn't even thinking like that. Like, I was just a regular, I'm thinking like I'm gonna be playing football, if anything. So I'm just like, it was just a part of fucking just being a Southwest motherfucker, I guess. It was just part of the personality, like.
So, like, who bring that, like, YouTube, like, approach to your attention? Like, all right, we gonna start doing shit on YouTube, like, fuck it and see what happens.
No, in my case, it just weird. Shit just fell into my lap. It was just one of them situations where, like, I guess when shit, I just, looking at everything I do, I just feel like I just come across shit and I just capitalize. On fucking shit that fall into my lap and shit.
So shit basically like meant to be kind of like it just all play a part.
Yeah. So basically, what happened was I was doing shit like I was turning to party music shit like I was underground at the time. I had like probably 50 views on YouTube and shit like 2008 like 9 and shit. When the party music way first started popping, with RL and all them shit was doing this shit, and YBE and all that. Cause that's why I wanted to be with YBE, cause they was getting all the bitches. I'm like, where were fucking all the bitches? That's what I'm trying to be at. Yeah, they give me a wall in. I seen they was doing their own parties. I'm like, I'm trying to be where the fuck they at. Like all this shit the niggas doing now, all this drill shit. I was doing none of that shit. I was all the bitches was on. Yeah, so fucking
killing these bitches.
We had this little song. Me and my shorty, Fear with the Mascara. We did a little song at Age of Star. Heard the shit. And then he brought us around like he was fucking with it, and then he the one that introduced me to this shit. Like, and then I was just doing that shit like, yo, like he like, yo, you wanna be an extra in the joint real quick? I'm like, fuck it, I ain't doing shit. But then like the bitches started fucking with me, like, yo, who the boy in the back, like boy funny and shit. So he asked me like to be more shit. So that's how that shit came about. Like I just capitalized and just
went up from there.
Yeah.
So what you having like fuck with music so much? What was like some of your big musical like inspirations growing up?
Shit. Well, at first, I wanted to be like Lil Wayne and shit.
My fucking boy.
That's his boy. You started something.
My fucking boy.
Cause like that's how I started. That's how I
be hating on Wayne.
That's how I started. I had this song called "Piece of Man" and shit. Like it was a parody to the
Fireman.
Yeah. Like I'm a piece of man. I got the piece in the oven. But look, if you want to slice it, I'ma take it. It was some dumb ass shit. Some dumb ass young boy shit. And it was popping in the city. I mean, not the city, I'm lying. In the school and shit. And that's how the whole shit started with me like making songs, like the funny songs. Like, but Lil Wayne was popping at the time, like when I was in high school and shit. So
fucking boy.
That's why like my first was Lil Wayne. But then like for the music side, I was like, it might sound crazy, but I don't give a fuck. Like Soulja Boy and shit.
No, yeah. Big Soulja had some shit though.
Because when I started doing the parody shit, I'm like, I'm not just trying to take it serious. But I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna get beats from it and shit. I'm broke as shit. Like, like I barely could get fucking school lunch and shit. So when I seen Soulja Boy shit, I'm like, he making his own shit. That's what made me like, I'm gonna start making my own shit too. Of course, at first I was ass for like the first year and shit. But then by the time like I left school, I started being alright. I started with the party music shit and then led into all this other shit. So that's
you like self-taught or like you was connecting with people helping you learn more and more shit?
No, I was like going on YouTube just learning shit like this. Of course at the time I'm like, yeah, this shit hot. When I was I'm like, this shit was corny and shit. Like I was just, just so like my first art drawing was my first art little
like parody?
No, a little beat and shit. I don't fucking know. But I don't know by the time like a year later I started being art. But at first I was ass and shit.
You was selling beats to people?
Fuck no.
Oh, right.
I was just making it for myself.
Yeah, right.
I was trying to make my own shit. But by the time I was gonna try to take it serious, the YouTube shit just
Cause you
kept.
made, remember this? You made a song called Lollipop. You made that beat,
Yeah,
right?
no, but by then I was already fired.
Right.
I'm talking about way before
Oh,
that.
okay.
That was like 2012. Like when I first started like making the beat, that was like 2009.
Okay.
Cause I want you,
So when you came across like Age of Star and all that, like how was like you? So basically, just break down how you met her. Like break down how you met her. Yeah, basically break down how you. I said her. Yeah,
No, I get
but
you.
he played a role. He played a role so fucking
No,
good.
yeah.
Like
Like I said, we did this little song, whatever, and then it started popping. He had hit her up,
yeah.
and me just being the producer and shit. We went down there, and I'm thinking like he gonna be on some shit, cause you know like I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was, you know what I'm saying, a flame at first because
Everybody think he was a flame.
So I'm like, this you about to go to the flame boy crib and shit. Like I'm like, oh my god.
Back then you wearing a wig and all that. Niggas going so back from the rest. Like, the fuck
I'm like, yo, I'm about to set myself up for the street and shit. Like, so, but when he came out the crib, he like, yo, what's up? My name Martin. And shit. I'm like, oh shit, you not really. Like, yeah, I just was playing around. I used to be doing the joint. I'm like, all right, bet. Like, so we just. That was just from there and shit.
So alright, so when at the Age of Star, that's when you started like, alright, I can start doing my own stuff. Cause did you come up with GDT or?
No, it was a collective.
It was collective. Alright, cause I was thinking like you after you did like the Age of Stars versus Dame, like alright, fucking, I can take it upon myself.
No, I ain't even happen like that. Like,
okay.
Cause at that time, mind you, the Age of Stars shit was popping then. Like at that around that time, I was when we ended up leaving and shit, we had a fallout and shit. You know what I'm saying? We had a little fallout. Like me and Age of Stars wasn't seeing eye to eye and shit at the time. And I was like, well, fucking, I'm east and shit. Like, I'm bouncing. And then Umar like, I'm fucking out too and shit. Mind, I didn't really know them like that, but we all had little issues with mine at the time and shit. My Age of Stars, we call him mine and shit. We don't, yeah. Just know who the fuck. I was like, who the fuck is mine and shit? Like, but yeah, so we like, oh, we gonna come to the joint call. And then that's when I did the grind time shit. That's what I was doing from the grind time shit. Umar wanted to come up with some shit called Duffy and shit. They make no fucking sense, but we like, well, whatever, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause we wasn't socking nobody, but it ended up turning out because like we ended up leaving down the line, so it ended up becoming like the name was like Grind Time Dame and Tiz and shit, but the original name was Grind Time Duffy TV. Like,
yeah, I remember that.
So we all came up together as a collective and shit. Like, yeah, we gonna call that shit cause like we looked at like YouTube's like the new TV, so like, all right, Grind Time TV. Like we didn't even need the Duffy shit, but it just.
Oh, so you met Dame and Tiz off the strength of Age of Stars.
I mean, me and you said Dame and Tiz.
I said Umar and Tiz. My bad.
Yeah.
Umar and Tiz.
Yeah, no, yeah. Umar, Tiz was Umar, homie. Yeah, they was working with each other at the fucking airport and shit.
Yeah, he said that.
So like, Age of Star introduced me to them like in the basement and shit. We was working on some shit like, and we just.
So yeah, alright. For those who don't, so remember the video you did with Dame and Umar, right? The first Grind Time Joe Water John that got real big. Did you think it was gonna do that, or you just like fuck like?
No. I mean, we knew it was funny and shit.
But y'all ain't know the numbers was gonna.
Fuck no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we should have known it was gonna, cause we was cracking and fucking watching that joint over and over before we even dropped it. Like, we probably dropped it.
I'm trying to figure that out because like I know now like motherfuckers gotta promote on Instagram or Twitter. Like, how did y'all do that? Like, how did y'all
like get it out?
Like, how did y'all get it out there? Like,
it.
You get what I'm saying?
Without no like.
My observation, like my analyzation, like the fact that I think what happened was the fact that we came with something so different. It just like automatically just like did it on its own.
Yeah,
because like that was the first time anybody ever seen it. Of course, Philly was always big, but nobody seen it on camera.
Yeah.
How we really big. Like, you know, everybody got roast videos, but we did it the Philly way.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody in the tri-state gravitated like, oh, like they really like going under each other. Like we really like fuck out of the dickhead that the whole style was new.
I was about to say Philly definitely different because I remember like back in the day they had niggas like I don't know if y'all know it like I think it was Super High Fire or some shit like that. Man. They did it, but it was like a total different way.
Different type time.
Yeah,
Philly did is totally different than everywhere else. So y'all came out that shit. It was
I fucked the game up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you peep from like artists from then to now, the shit I do is basically trying to like bring Philly our type of shit and bring it out to the world. Like, yo, this is how we really do shit. This is how we do club music. This is how we bid. This is how we it's Philly shit. Like, you know what I mean? So that's why.
So did y'all know how to monetize and like actually make that shit?
At first, no.
Back then?
At first, no. At first, we were just fucking just doing that shit just to
there.
do it, cause we were just. It was just fun, and we were just fucking all the bitches. So like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it was at first, but it's just fun. Just turned into work. Like that's basically what happened and shit.
And I feel like y'all was in a perfect time. Like now we sit here and look back. You gotta think it was personals. Penalized 215. The bed. You had a whole bunch of stuff. Like it was like a point in time where it was just nothing but skits and people like KP Ryan Star, like you know what I'm saying? Like it was a whole bunch of stuff going on. Like it's like now you don't really see that. You might see a couple shows here and there, but it's not like how the bid and all that used to be. Like we couldn't wait to go see. Oh yeah, Pino, how'd you drop the movie?
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying? Like it was like a perfect era. Like it was perfect.
Like TV show on YouTube,
bro. It was so perfect. Instagram wasn't that popping yet. I think Twitter was the shit. I think Twitter was popping.
I had Twitter on smash at the time.
Like I think Twitter was crazy. So like all you had was YouTube. I mean, I think was y'all on Vine? Was y'all on Vine or like that or no?
No, Vine wasn't even out yet when we was doing.
Okay, see what I'm saying?
Before Facebook?
No, fuck no, we ain't that old and shit.
I remember MySpace was popping first.
Yeah, no, we wasn't. No, MySpace. Then it was we wasn't on none of that shit. Like when we started popping, this when Twitter first started doing this thing, and then YouTube. We were the first one to do the YouTube shit in the city and shit like. So we pretty much the beginning of the whole YouTube shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was only dropping on YouTube and Twitter.
Yeah. Well, Agent Star, he started on Facebook.
Okay.
He started on Facebook. But by the time I got into the mix, YouTube was the thing. So my first videos was on YouTube and shit.
So you feel like you got more of a passion for like the music or like the comedy?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. I feel like I'm on the fence.
That's a good.
If I had to put a ratio, I'm gonna say 51% music, 49% acting, comedy shit.
Oh, wow.
And the only reason why is because the music shit. I know me by myself. I fucking make myself like. How can I put it? Like I only got to depend on myself.
Oh, okay.
So with the acting shit. Now I do like that, but the only thing about that shit is like, if everybody else ain't on point, it kind of
fucks it up.
Yeah, now it's taking time and it's taking longer, so everybody gotta be on point. But with the music shit, like I could fucking just lock in and
do it myself.
Yeah, I'm like waiting.
I see activity kind of gets boxed in when
you
talking
about as far as everybody being on point. You talking about like people doing independent projects. You ever try to like go actually audition for a role? Like you got a nice little resume where people can actually see and look at. Why not try to actually go out for a role?
See, I was thinking about that at first, cause I did do a couple joints like that. I did but when you start from the very bottom doing this shit, like we was young niggas with our own shit. We had our own we basically was our own like label or something.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So when you always doing that shit with that mindset, like for so long, you don't want to fucking just be like under somebody else's shit. That's just me.
Yeah,
sure. So now like I got the mindset like I want to build my own shit. Like that's why it's took a little time. I feel like I'm getting there. That's why my for me, like for instance with Tiz, his outlook of going about shit is a little different from I I feel like he trying to get sound. Like, I'm not really trying to get sound. I'm trying to build my own shit.
Right.
Right. So I know when you build your own shit, it's gonna take a little longer.
Yeah.
So.
But you reap more rewards though.
Yeah. But the main thing is the fact that I like my own, to have my own creative control, like we've been doing all this time.
Yeah. Right.
If I get with somebody else, they might give me all this bread, but like I gotta do what the fuck they telling me to do and shit.
And your shit get like watered down.
Yeah, now my shit corny. Like what the fuck? Like
you definitely lose it.
that shit like fucking like wore down Henny at the fucking the bar. Like like this is supposed to be that shit, but what the fuck is? So I don't want it to get like that.
Speaking of Tiz, right? So we just had him on here. Shout out to Tiz. So we basically was talking about like the bid and how it started and all that, and he basically broke down like the bid. He basically said like the bid was very special, like real special to everybody. Like how did you feel like shooting the bid? Like how did that feel for you? Like
no, it was like cause like I said, the Jones we like I try to aim for different shit like cause if say we would just did grind time. Mm-hmm. It would have did this thing, but it would have got old fast, and then we probably would have got this for her. So in the mix of ground time popping, I was like, yo, we should come up with some other shit like. So we like to just depend on ground time. Like there's so many fucking shit and I feel like it's gonna make ground time better because we didn't do a whole lot of them and run into the ground. You know, some people just run shit to the ground where like, all right, that shit like
you burned it out.
Everything we did not burnt out because we just made different shit. So like, we like, all right, instead of just doing ground time, we could do a spin off like Silent Grind, like shit like that. But with the bid, how that like what made that shit so different is because like when we came up with that, that's when the reality TV shows started coming back and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, like we treated YouTube like TV. We was like, oh, we was preparing ourselves for TV. That's why like it was called Grind Time Duffy TV. So like let's do shit as if we was on TV, even though it was on YouTube.
Yeah.
So we like, all right. So I'm like, yo, when we went to the Art Institute and shit, it just happened like we doing shit so much, just ideas just happening and shit. We walked in the room and all these girls and motherfuckers from different places, like somebody was from Baltimore, somebody was from DC, shit like that. So like, and the idea just clicked, like, oh, this remind me of some real world shit.
Yeah.
But like I said, going back to that other question, you was like, yo, what I like more. I'm thinking, like, all right, dealing with other, I'm like, they probably gonna be bullshit if we don't know these motherfuckers. Like, it was just the idea. 2 weeks later, June like, yo, you really trying to? But I forgot this. The artists do this. What they really do. So they're not gonna be bullshit. This is what they really came to school for.
They trying to make this shit a career.
So I'm like, all right, we gonna do this shit like the bid, and then we like, it's not like a skit. Like we just do this shit, and then we gotta really like, it's gonna take a little.
Gotta like act this out.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some time. Like, so if we gonna do this shit, they was gonna do it.
And you gotta get the right team, because with shit like that, especially with YouTube, you gotta get everything like edited up. And all of that.
Y'all did that shit.
And what made it so different is because like it was like an actual show, but it was YouTube, and we did it like we had to drop every Thursday, like it was on TV and shit.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
So that's what made it so different. Like I mean, like it just brought like when we did the bid, we basically were looking for. We already had the city already. We were looking for the outside motherfuckers, like people who like from the suburbs. We were looking for that type of crowd to bring them together, like all the suburb kids with the hood motherfuckers, like and then bring it all in one joint and everybody.
Just trying to like feed everybody.
Yeah.
And that was like ahead of your time type of time.
Yeah,
Nobody was thinking like that.
Because I remember they was doing like the little cut scenes where they would talk about like the shit.
Yeah, like the
interviews, like shit like that.
Cause we basically was supposed to be a one-time thing. We wasn't even supposed to. I didn't even know we was gonna keep going. It was supposed to be just like a one-type joint, like how fucking reality shows be taped. We even have a name for it at the time.
Right.
We just called it the bid because that's what everybody was calling us. Like, yo, them niggas the bid. So like, yo, this some Philly shit. We might as well just represent Philly. Whatever name we could call it and shit. Like, call it the bid. So like when motherfuckers say like that's some Philly shit. This is the bid.
And I see you build like real relationships off of that show. Like I don't know if you knew Bullet Kid before that. Like
no,
you ain't known before that. So like that was really your man. Like what I was saying from it.
That was Ron, the cameraman. That's what's so crazy. Like everything pretty much like in a weird way intertwined with itself because Ron was the cameraman for all the Jersey shit. When the Jersey Club,
right?
Yeah. When the Jersey Club shit started popping, he was the one shooting all this shit, and he was going to the school because Nash, the guy Nash was on the show with us. He was going to the school. That's how we even got there, cause we were just in the hood shooting shit. Cause we wasn't thinking about that type. We were just doing the hood shit. So when he brought us to the school, we met. That's how we met. Some networking shit. Come to find out, I'm like, yo, we were just watching all the Jersey shit in the crib the other day and shit. Like, you like, yeah, I shoot all them Jones.
That's tough.
Because Bullet Kid know they were doing the 60 walk shit. Like, they were just coming up with the Jersey shit. So it's like we brought the Jersey shit in our shit. That's why in some of in the video you hear the Jersey club music and shit. So like, and I was doing the Philly club shit, and we just brought all this shit together and shit. Like, so like. That's how I met Bullet Kid, cause that was his man. So he brought him in like I got this dude. He African and shit. Cause the girl that was African, she had graduated. We needed an African and shit. We're at like you know what I'm saying. And he like I got my man. He African and shit. Like we brought him. He auditioned and shit. And we like all right, we fuck with him and shit. And then that's how that shit happened and shit.
Oh, so y'all was really hosting like auditions, like niggas was coming there. And
the second, not the first season. The first season we just did that shit, but that shit started popping so much. Everybody wanted to be a part of it. So we like all right. If we're gonna make someone, and then some of the motherfuckers graduated. That's why we had some of the motherfuckers in the first season on it, cause they had graduated and shit.
Okay.
So now, all right, we're gonna add motherfuckers to this joint. We're gonna like have a little small audition and shit, and then.
How y'all get that? Y'all use like social media or like?
Yeah, at that time, motherfucker wasn't like all this backdoor shit going on. So we could like pull up at the joint, like and then we just do that shit, like so we just had him come down and shit, and that was his man, and like we just trusted him because he was the cameraman. Like, all right, fuck it, that's your man, and shit. He probably funny, like. Right. And then that's how that shit went. He just brought him down. We want to make sure he sound like a fucking African and shit. And he did, so like, all right, bet, fuck it, put him in the joint and shit. And then Tiz gave him the name Bullet Kid and shit. Like, we just call him Bullet Kid, like, some dumb ass name and shit. But, yeah, but that shit was funny.
So how y'all? I want to know like how did y'all come up with like with the get back process? Like how did y'all come up with that? I want to doing that. That was my breakthrough video, the Get Back. That's what like, cause I was doing the grind time shit. But how that came about was, they came up with the whole shit. I wasn't even really supposed to be in that joint. Oh, that's crazy.
They came up with, they was supposed to do a grind time, and they was like, yo, like I think we should do like a movie or something. But I wasn't there when they was coming up with the idea. They just called me like, yo, we got this. We was supposed to do a grind time, but we thinking about doing a little robbery joint, like a little joint with. I'm like, fuck it. So when I came down to that joint and I seen the setup, that was our first movie. And I'm looking like, oh, this is really a movie. I gotta turn the fuck up and shit. So and the shit I was saying in the joint, it wasn't even in the script. I was just saying shit like the 11% shit and all that.
Yeah.
That wasn't even in the script. Like I was just like, like what could be a funny way like niggas getting robbed and I was like, cause I'm like, all right, they robbed me, take my bread. That's anybody could do. That's any joint you always see. I'm like, all right, if I see some other shit that grab niggas' attention, like, so I'm like, fuck, I just looked at I had these fat ass cargos and shit, like, that's to have all this dumb shit in there, like, so I'm like, I'm gonna say like, oh yeah, fucking take my charger and shit, like, yo, you gonna take my fucking charger? Out of everything and shit, like, my fucking phone 11% and shit, like, check, so I'm just thinking, I need, like, you know what I mean, like,
that's why you put your own type of shit into it.
Yeah, so like,
that's some shit niggas remember too, though.
Yeah, and then when they dropped that joint, that's when I feel like that joint was when shit really started going up. Like,
cause motherfuckers still probably say that shit to this day. I remember the one joint you was like, just go ahead.
I'm gonna
meet you.
Yeah.
Like motherfuckers be still saying that shit. Like,
yeah.
So you definitely put your little twist into it. That joint, that's the banger. So I always wanted to know. Like, I talked to Tiz about it. Like, as far as like your take on it, you don't really got to get too deep to it. Like, did y'all have Get Back 3 in process and it just didn't work, or like how did that work? Cause like y'all always joked about it. Y'all always say like, "Fuck, you got to Get Back 3 the kid." Like, you get what I'm saying? Like why y'all ain't never do it?
For one, we all had fell out like at different times and shit, and it was talks about it a couple times, but certain motherfuckers feel like they too big for this shit, so we just left it where it's at, like, so that's basically what happened and shit, like.
In your opinion, though, do you think it would have did better than the other ones? Like,
I don't know if it would have did better than the first one, because it probably goes the
classic.
Yeah,
the classic, right?
but I honestly think it would have been just as good as the first two.
Cause I'm pretty sure y'all had like the plot and all that, like basically like what y'all was going to do for the next one, or y'all ain't never come.
No, I ain't even get to that point. Like,
okay.
Like niggas was like thinking like we gonna fuck with it, but we never got to the point like to really write out like
getting it down.
Like what the fuck was gonna happen and shit. Like,
alright, so I don't know, like, how do people, like, when they see you in traffic, like, people see you, like, how do they approach you? Like, what do they do?
Yeah, I was about to say,
like, I really want to know,
like, still be trying to
what do they do? Like,
no, not now. Before, yeah. Back in the day, like, around that time, like, every time I'm like, I'm just around somebody to fuck it. Like, I just seen it coming and shit. Like, fucking, like, motherfucker come across the street smiling and shit. I'm like, yeah, like, oh, they about to start around the fuck it. Like, but now, I think the city changed a little bit. Like, niggas ain't really, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe y'all can tell me more because y'all, the younger generation, but like, when I be seeing, don't get me wrong, they be like, yo, like you funny and shit, but they don't be trying to bid.
They don't be trying to bid no more.
Now, I don't know if it's because of the city or maybe because I'm on the club shit. So I don't know, but like, they don't really be trying to bid like how they used to and shit.
I don't know.
I feel like now niggas too like serious.
Too tough.
Yeah, too tough. Like back in the day, everybody was cool with bid, and like they like, if I walk up to you and start saying some shit about you, you ain't gonna want to rumble me.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, he might try to shoot.
Like, as soon as you start walking up, you already gonna look at it like, damn, like, what he about to do?
Cause I was just thinking about that shit. I'm like, yo, like, cause when I was in school, I used to be drawn and shit, like. So I'm like, yo, if I was supposed to rumble somebody in school, like, cause I used to fuck somebody up and then be like 30 niggas waiting for me at the school and shit.
Right.
But like, I'm like, man, if I was going to school now and shit, like, cause I was still, even if it was 30 niggas, I was still out there trying to rumble them niggas. But
yeah,
now,
like, that was the thing. Now
I be looking at the window like, oh, I'm about to fucking check. Like, hey, yo, I'm like, yo, call the principal and shit. Like, yo, I'm not going outside and shit. Like, but yes, that's why I be thinking like that. So that's my question to y'all. Like, how the fuck y'all deal with that shit? Like, cause I used to rumble all the time in school and not like, cause I was cool with just rumbling. But like,
yeah.
So the fact that niggas ain't rumbling no more, like, how the fuck, like,
I say for me, like, niggas definitely was rumbling. Like you said, like, we was still on it. Like, I feel like I got out of school at the right time where motherfuckers, like, get to the shooting and all that. Like, when I was going to school, like, I graduated 2020. So, it was a couple years ago. So, motherfuckers.
You graduated right before.
Yeah, niggas was still rumbling. So, it wasn't like, oh, you might have a few niggas that got the gun. All right, he might shoot me, da-da-da-da. But now it's like, nigga might run into school and pop. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. Like, when I was going to school, it probably like one nigga would have get like
one nigga.
He already left the school already.
That's the same thing with me. It's like
now everybody got the strap. Like
I peep now, like just like back like when I was going to school, like it was only a few niggas driving. Now you go to school, everybody driving. And it was like if you had to been like the shit to have a car. Now it's like it's normal.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I feel like it's different. Like it was 30 niggas outside for them. Like, it was like that for us, but it was different. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like maybe y'all can explain because y'all era definitely different from mine. When I was going to school, we was on the different shit.
I would say Mac's situation were like different from mine. Though mainly I used to be fucking with bitches, so I was always chill.
Like what you think, Mac? Like
And
You
if
went to
shit
Bartram
happen-
too, so like, what you think?
What, as far as like motherfuckers being violent?
Like, far as like the difference, like, cause he was saying when he was in school, niggas had to wait outside 30 days.
I don't really see no difference. It's just more. It's more common now, but it really ain't no difference. Everybody, motherfuckers been stealing cars, motherfuckers been shooting people. It's just more people shooting more people, and it's more exposure to it now. Like, this is the true social media age, bro.
Oh yeah, you're right. You might be. That's probably what it is.
No, but this one I'm
Luckily, I got out before like niggas was wearing skis to
This
play.
what I'm saying. I get what you getting at, though. I get what you getting at. You basically saying
Cause like I feel like for instance like the backdoor shit, like how that whole popular.
it's more
shit.
popular
How the
now.
fuck
It's
they
not
make
saying niggas wasn't
backdoor
backdooring back then,
popular?
but it's more popular
A
now.
cool rapper said it, and then another cool rapper said it. You know what I'm saying? Now
Because niggas been doing it, just didn't have a name for it. That's another thing I'm
And
gonna
you
ask
looked at
you.
it as being nutty back then for doing snake shit like that.
But like now it's kind of cool to be a snake, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sneaky as shit. Like, I be carrying.
Yeah, cause I be like, yo,
shit,
like, cause I used to be just like was linking up with any bitch and shit, like.
Yeah.
But now, like, if I was
You ain't
saying
thinking
doing it
about
now,
this
I'd be thinking like, yo, might be a mind or something.
Yeah,
Like,
You gotta ask bitch where she from now.
back then, I was like, all right, I just want to fuck with the South Philly bitches, but like everybody else cool. Now every bitch
South
is South
Philly
Philly
was
bitch.
known for that though.
Everybody want to be polite, bro. Bitches think it's cool to line somebody up. Like, I don't understand. I really don't. I'm scared.
I ain't gonna lie, I probably get line for Pilar and shit.
That's what I wanted to ask you too. You just you said like people called it backdoor now. Like before grind time, what the fuck did they call it? Like before
Bussin'.
Bussing. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
about to
So
bust
how
on
do
you
you
shit.
how do you
That's
come up with this
crazy
grind
saying
time
that
shit?
now,
Like,
though.
did you come up with it or like you heard it from somebody and you just ran with it? Cause it was always busting. I'm like, how you come up with grind?
Cause by the time we start, our era started saying it, cause like bussin' was like the era before us.
Yeah, it's getting played out.
So like when we said at that time we were saying grind time, like,
Grind you the fuck up. Yeah.
So when we did the skits, we like, we just gonna call it grind time, like it was grind time and shit, like. So me and Agent Star came up with that name and shit, like when we did that.
I figured.
Yeah.
I ain't know that. I thought him and Tiz came up with
Nah, I
that shit.
figured.
No, we did grind time before, like.
Cause Agent Star was heavy on saying that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. We started that on Agent Star and shit, like that's when the ground time shit came about, like. But like we just did it differently on the GDT shit, like it's like a different. It's all the same shit, like what.
So who like a person that shot you out and you was like shocked, like you was like damn, like that was crazy for you. Cause I know you've been working, you got a lot of views and shit like that, but did it hit you like when a certain person said it, like damn, shout out to Dame, or is that in the third?
Or it could be even like a moment, like
Or a
somebody-
moment, yeah, like when you feel like damn, like this shit is crazy.
Who was the first motherfucker? Cause there's been so many motherfuckers. I fucking forgot. Like all I remember, well, probably not a shout out, but when Meek followed me and shit, that's what fucking.
Oh,
Like,
that hit you.
That shit hit.
yeah, cause it was like not too long. It was like 4 years ago. I was fucking. It was the day. It was actually on my birthday and shit.
Oh, that'd have been.
That's why.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have been happy as shit.
I had what happened was I had what video I did? It wasn't even like a super viral video. It was I made a fucking song about fucking Neef fucking sneaks or some shit. But he got some big sneaks, Larry Hoover, some shit like
I remember that shit.
And Meek saw that John, and the next day I'm just fucking in the crib, just on my phone, and I'm like, Meek Mill followed me and shit. I'm thinking like, Meek Mill followed me.
Fake page.
Probably fake ass page and shit. It'd be like a fake ass Dirt page following me some dumb shit. Like, I go look and I see the fucking 18 million followers. I'm like, oh shit. that was like the craziest moment. Like, cause from there, like he been showing love ever since and shit. Like behind the scenes, like.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So like, what was like a time that was like real crazy for you? Like people probably then came up to you and said something like where it like shocked you, like, oh shit, this shit on YouTube really kind of is giving me attention. Like it would be from like how bitches be treating, like
yeah.
treating you.
When we had our first show, no, not even the first one. We had a show at Immotel. It was actually the last show I had with Agent Star. They was fucking snapping like I was Chris Brown that bitch. Soon as I walked in the joint, like, cause I wasn't even supposed to be there. It was supposed to just a joint for Agent Star. But I just came cause like I knew it was gonna be bitches there. I'm like, fuck it. So I slid.
Always in the bitches.
Yeah, so I slid. And he was like, yeah, like, we're gonna give you the mic the same third. Like, I ain't get paid for that joint. I'm like, well, fuck it, bitches in this joint. So fucking.
That's the excuse for everything, fucking bitches.
Yeah. So soon I walked through the fucking gym. They're like, oh my fucking god! They fucking snap. I'm like, oh, it's the whole gym. They like snapping and stuff. They like that and shit. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck?
I'm about to get so many dick sucks tonight.
Yeah, that's what's so crazy. Like, I used to be fucking treating shit all day, every day at that time. Like, I had a schedule like 12 o'clock, you know, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you know. I had a fucking food time for the food bomb and shit. Yeah, just bomb bitches on that joint and shit. Nigga Says had one, like he had one in his crib, we just called him the food bomb and shit.
Y'all just smashing shit, WrestleMania.
Yeah, cause at the time we was really them niggas like you know how you know who remind me of that shit now? Fucking Philly Goats. They like us on steroids and shit. Like
cause it's a different time now.
Cause like how they snap with them, that's how they would snap with us and shit. Like
they remind me of the Dollar Boys though.
Yeah,
I feel like they like Dollar Boys and us put together and shit.
Yeah, especially
I'm just talking about like far as like
the social media.
Yeah, like cause I knew they be treating shit like I'm like, and then like you know y'all got more bread now and shit cause like with the pandemic shit we was fucked up treating shit. Like we was sharing fucking not clothes but we was sharing the fucking the show money and we used to get paid like $500 and shit.
Tiz was just on here. He was talking about how like when y'all got your first check.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit like yesterday. No, it wasn't our first check. It was the biggest joint.
Biggest check, okay.
And that's like now that shit probably nothing now. This was like fuck yeah. It was $2,000. What happened was I was doing these little cartoon joints called "Fuck You Mean" and shit. It was little cartoon drops.
Yeah.
But I had some copyright issues. Trying to say it was backed up. They wasn't paying us for like 3 months, so we was really fucked up. Like we fucking like sharing cheesesteaks and shit. Like, so fucking one day, we was supposed to fucking bomb all these bitches up fucking East Bowl fucking shit. And I had just started my new job and shit, and he had started his job, but we still didn't get paid because we just started. Man, I got that little Google notification and shit. Mind you, he was working in a fucking booth downtown and shit. I fucking call him and shit. I'm like, yo, bro. He like he just heard it in my voice. Like what? Like bro, I couldn't get it out. I was so fucking heavy and shit. He's like, bro. Like what? I'm like the fucking bread here. He's like, yeah. We was fucking hype and shit. Like we went the fucking H&M, bought all this shit, bought fake butters. Like, we had a fucking photo shoot. I wasn't even fucking with fake butters. Like I was really with that shit. But that day, like everything was out the window. I was trying to stretch the shit out that $100,000.
Where you get the fake butters from?
The juice. Tiz put me on this shit. Tiz was like, yo, like we gotta get these fake butters and shit. We bought 2 pair of fake butters and shit.
Yo, 2 pair of fake.
All this H&M, you know, H&M was like popping.
This H&M was super popping.
And the H&M shit was cheap, so we bought like all this shit. We had a photo shoot and shit. We clear ass. I had fake ass chains and shit. Like a whole fucking like that shit. Like I got signed and shit. I got signed for a steak. Yo, you got signed for a steak.
You talking about yo that fucking jacket? Oh yes,
yeah. Bro. Then we went up East Bow for all these bitches and shit. That shit felt like fucking like that shit was the best ever and shit. Like I remember that shit was yesterday and shit.
Y'all first got the check.
That shit wasn't that much, but it was a lot at that time.
At that time though, especially like going to H&M with a stack.
I'm not going front.
You'll come out like the man.
It seemed like y'all really had fun. Like you Tiz, like y'all really had fun. Like
no, we did. It was like fuck. It was weird. It's like we popping for just fucking just
for being
ourselves and shit. We just doing shit like
that's why I was like for the city, like I don't know like what y'all situation is now, like y'all all just come back together because it's like y'all really had fun. It wasn't like you know how motherfuckers faking for the camera, like we only gonna do it because it's for the camera and shit like that's like y'all really was homies and y'all really had fun. Like
yeah, we really hung outside of that shit, like cause of course like I said I met them through Mont and all that shit, but when the camera was off, we really used to really hang the fuck out like. And fuck all the bitches.
Bomb on shit.
Bomb on shit.
Always bombing on shit.
His little fucking on bitch shit, cause he always was getting a relationship and shit, but I was still like, I got a relationship one time and shit, and that was with Twin and shit.
Right.
And that shit was short. Like we went from fucking being boyfriend and girlfriend, like, yo, we might as well just bomb, fuck it. Like, that's how that shit was, like, like, that's basically how it ended up turning out, like,
hey, yo.
That's always basically was doing this shit.
Yo.
I ain't had no bread to take on no date or nothing.
I got dick for free though, fuck it.
Yeah.
So to switch it up a little bit, so I seen this on social media not too long ago. I seen that you and Don't Call Me White Girl, like, went through something on social media. Like, just basically break down, like, what happened, because I'm pretty sure people want to know, like, what's the backstory to that? Like, how y'all even get to that point? Like, where, like, y'all just snapping on each other on live, like that.
Yeah, no, basically what happened, man, like, just being honest, is, like, made the fucking song, hit her up, like, yo, got this little song. She left me on red, wasn't fucking with it. I hit the bull up. Like, yo, like, what's up? Was she still trying to do that? She's like, no, she said she ain't really trying to fuck with that joint. All right, cool. I just put it out for free. She started popping. Meek posted. She fucking did a Yui. Like, yo, what's up with that joint? Even though she said, I'm like, all right, whatever, fuck it. I mean, I already been through all this, people be going weird. She already used to this shit. So I'm like, whatever, fuck, we still do it. But the issue was, she was like, yeah, I want 75% of that joint.
Damn.
75%.
I'm like, you wasn't in the studio together?
You already made it.
Yeah, like, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. I just sample your voice, like, what are you talking about?
5%?
So I wasn't fucking with it. I'm like, no.
75 is crazy.
So she stopped fucking responding back to me for a little second. Until her first show, she hit me like, yeah, like, you coming to my show tonight?
What?
Fuck no, I ain't coming to your show. So me saying fuck no and telling her about herself, she got mad. I was like, well, fuck you then, this ain't third. And then fucking send me an email saying, oh, now I want 100%. I'm like, oh yeah? Now I'm not like a slap in the face now. Now it's up now. So I'm like, nah, so I stopped fucking with her. That's basically what it was. And then like, it just spilled over into
social media and all that.
Yeah. And she was on that joint trying to cap and all shit. But yeah, that's basically what happened. Greed shit, you know what I'm saying?
What made her feel like she deserves 75%?
Because some motherfuckers feel like, oh,
Because it's her voice, maybe.
it's her voice, oh, I just need everything.
Right.
That's crazy.
No, it's definitely crazy.
That's what I hate about Philly, bro. We can never.
We can never be together.
Yeah.
It's always somebody trying to get over. Like, it's niggas for you. I ain't gonna lie.
It's
Niggas for you. It's definitely niggas for you.
She would like, from my observation, like at that time period, I feel like she was going through some shit with Gilly and them. She probably like, her funds probably fell backwards, you know, from getting kicked the fuck off and shit. So she was just on some like, cause it wasn't just me. Like it was just like my shit was just more known, but I wasn't the only one going through that shit with her. She had a hand out on some Uncle Sam shit with everybody and shit.
Right.
Anybody that touched anything she did, she just felt like, oh, I need a check.
Right.
She even hit a Power 99 like, yo, I need a fucking check the kid for playing the song. Like, yeah, like
I'm showing you love.
Yeah. So that's basically what that was. So I just feel like she was on some hungry shit. Like she just, cause the mattress was still on the floor at the time.
Alright, so I got a question. Like, what's something you want to achieve, like that you ain't never do yet? Like, what's something you really want to do?
Yeah, some shit that mean a lot to you.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just thought about that the other day. When RL told me to pop out the Powerhouse and shit. They be playing the songs, but I never been on the stage. Like,
oh, you never been on stage before?
Yeah.
I never showed love on that type time.
See, I think what had happened with the White Be Word to Me shit was going through the dumb shit. Because when we dropped White Be Word, that was the hottest song in the city at the time.
Real shit.
That was the, you know what I mean? But she was on some shit, so like it ended up not happening. So like from that moment, I'm like, yo, I want to be on that joint as me on it, you know, doing some shit, like doing some club shit.
That's thorough. That's hot.
Yeah, because I was just there. Because I was just thinking of it, I'm like, yo, in the past 10 years, I did all this shit, fucking hit movie. Like, you could arguably say like I had a #1 movie, #1 song, fucking what else? #1 show.
Yeah.
Like a lot. I'm like, what else? What else for me to do? Like I'm like, well, I've never been on Powerhouse and shit. Like, so I'm like, yeah, that's probably my next job. Like, try to get on Powerhouse. So my goal for the next year is to get on that motherfucker.
Definitely gonna get it.
Yeah,
for sure.
If the work's showing, definitely gonna get it.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna get more grind times in the future though. That's what I'm gonna know.
See, the thing is, I'll be wanting to do that shit, but shit the gram and all shit done changed. Like nowadays, they look at you betting on somebody as bullying.
Right.
Yeah.
So you know how many times I
get flagged.
No, so listen. So that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, like one I wanna see, just highly recommend, just a suggestion.
Yeah.
You versus Quill.
Oh yeah.
Cause y'all,
That'd be a good job.
that'd be crazy.
You had to cut your hair, but then y'all was playing. I mean, y'all bet on a football game.
Football game, you had to cut your hair.
Oh no, that was fake.
Oh, that was fake? I thought that's so real.
No, wait a minute.
That pic looked like you really was salty after getting a fresh body.
No, cause like, no, what happened was, you know, like I'm a Vikings fan, a Quill 49ers fan. I was at his crib watching the game. Our teams was playing each other, so we was like, yo, like we was gonna bet like whoever lose gotta get a baldy and shit. But you know, I was like, you know what? I should fucking make it look like we really bet and shit. Like, so I got the face at and did the John. So we took the picture first, like, yeah, like whoever loses, they gonna get a baldy and shit. And then probably after the game, my team lost, so I put the joint on my shit, and then that shit went viral. Everybody was cracking the fuck up and shit.
Damn.
So it's like a meme that every time the Vikings lose, just to see my face.
I ain't gonna lie though, that grind trying to be a good joint because you always say you like fucking Shelton Benjamin. I'm a wrestler.
Fuck him up with that one.
No, yo, you know it was crazy. I low-key went out and want to save that joint. that would have been the joint right there to kill him and shit. Like,
Benjamin is
Yo,
fucking crazy, bro.
yo,
he literally looked like
he look exactly like him. Yo, that's funny as shit.
Like, he was stocky. That really be like his brother.
funny boy Benjamin and shit.
That shit crazy.
Oh my God. Yo.
So y'all be bitter each other all the time though?
Not really. Like, not like I see. Like, it's crazy because now I didn't never really think of it, but like, it's crazy because you know Tiz and Quill, they like you could consider them like damn near the two top motherfuckers in the city, and I know these motherfuckers personally, like even outside this shit, and like being around them, like see, well, me and Tiz, we really used to be like bid and like me and Quill, we more so like bid and like talking about shit, like not bid on each other.
Not bid on each other.
Yeah.
You know, Tiz like at each other, forgot they cool for Martin Kid. Yeah, like shit like that.
Fucking
How you come on with that? That's a good joke. He like cool for Martin.
Because with the grind time, what I notice is with grind time, shit hit harder when it's more the accurate is the closest to being.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
He talking about man like cool on Martin.
So I'm like, he like that's probably the more accurate motherfucker. Like, and then Shelton Benjamin, so I be trying to like think of like the most accurate shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, yo, I swear to God, do anything to go back to that time, though. That was funny as shit.
you know, it was a moment that was funny.
Martin, bro.
It was a joint we was bidding, like, cause we was like doing shows bidding and shit. So we had got, but it was a school called Vaux that got shut down at the time, but she had a little fashion show. I remember this shit like was fucking yesterday. We was grounding somebody the fuck up and shit. So fucking they had me and Tiz hosting that joint. Corey Flocker was there. That's when he was young, but he was going to school at the time. Fucking so some lady was booing in the fucking crowd, but she had a fucking like a yellow mohawk and shit. Like,
Oh my God.
so I'm a dickhead. So fucking so I guess people think like we just be writing them on them. They don't really think we really do this
Like
off the top.
yeah. Like we get.
Fucking so I was like I was sure it was like, yeah, boo, this and that. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is that? Fuck out here. She had that fucking yellow ass mohawk and shit. That shit like fucking with fucking SpongeBob was fucking skydiving. He fucking laying on top of her head and shit. The whole fucking crowd started fucking cracking the fuck up. Oh, you see niggas in the corner like, oh shit. She was mad as shit. Like,
She shouldn't have started thinking. Nobody told her to say nothing.
I'm like, yeah, fuck that fat ass butterscotch crimpet on your head. I was lying the fuck out. She was like this old head joint and shit. She was salty as shit. Like,
Oh my God.
but yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, no, yeah, but that yeah, I think about this all the time. Like, yo, like I think we should have fucking appreciated that shit. I don't know because like if I would have known the shit with all the drill shit been going on, I probably would have fucking appreciated this shit more and try to like.
Okay, that's interesting. So you don't like the whole drill wave that's going on in Philly right now? Like, do you see it as talent music or you just see it as young boys just talking shit? Like, do you see anything behind it?
It's not the fact that I don't like it because I'll be fraud and say I want to be listening to that joint.
Yeah.
I ain't posting that shit,
Smacking.
but
Right.
I'll be listening to them joints. Like, but I just feel like it fucked the city up because like what I started realizing is like this is my opinion and shit. I feel like when whatever's popping at the time, everybody gravitate to. Just like how you know when we were doing our shit.
I'm
Fucking
my podcast so right now. I'm going to bed.
fucking now I just lost my train of thought.
People gravitate towards what's popping.
Yeah, so like since the drill shit popping, they want to live this shit out in real time and shit. And I feel like, but people really dying and shit though.
Right.
So now everybody beefing.
Right.
There was a point in time where like a lot of the places that the little popular places or the drill motherfuckers from actually shoot videos in those neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Can't do that shit no more.
Fuck no.
Quill said that though. Quill said, I was asking him like, so like basically like on the dance shit, like you going to all the parties, like is it better now? Or is it better then? He said no, it was better then because you could do certain shit that you probably not allowed to do. You allowed to do, but you won't check and shit. But
Yeah.
back then
You probably
it
get
was,
beat
you
the
could do
fuck up
whatever.
afterwards,
Yeah,
like-
the worst you had to worry about is get fucked up. Like remember like Inwood days, like you might
Yeah,
get
just
fucked
right
up, but
Technically, like, you know, like, I couldn't go to, I mean, my folks was beef with them niggas, so I never even been to Elmwood and shit.
Never
shit.
Inwood,
Fuck
real rap.
no.
Damn,
I might have took the ass with me
yeah,
with
that's
Inwood, bro. I ain't gonna
Where
front.
part of Southwest you from?
55th and Chester.
Oh damn, bro, you missed
I ain't gonna lie,
out.
bro. I'd have took that ass with me.
Especially
Inwood,
when y'all
Inwood,
had it.
No, it's
Yeah.
cool. They had Fresh.
Yeah,
I got Freds in the
Yeah.
summertime.
Freds be
Y'all
popping.
cool. Yeah, you live.
I ain't had Fred till last year.
I ain't gonna hold
Real
on.
red?
I think I had
No,
friends.
real
I had
red.
Freds my whole
Yeah, I probably
life,
had Freds
bro.
like
Yeah.
We always
always
had
had
Haggies and all that. We ain't never need that shit.
No,
Yeah,
I need
they-
Freds,
they had-
bro.
they
Fuck
had
that.
Readers and
I
shit.
mean, no, fuck
Yeah, we
Readers.
had
I
Readers
want
over there.
Freds. I want Freds.
I don't fuck with
Readers.
this new, but when we was younger, I don't really like water ice like that. So I don't really give a
Wow.
fuck. I don't really give a fuck.
Just like I never been to fucking Myers
You ever been to
playground.
Myers?
Not I've been to the swimming pool part, but not like
Oh, like
in
the courts.
just chilling.
it.
I never been inside of Mars. Like I know.
Yeah, 'cause you know,
I
like-
just go to courts in there.
Y'all from Southwest, right?
Yeah.
So you know the whole 60th and 58th Street shit, right?
Uh,
Right.
So like we wasn't fucking with 58th Street like that.
Right. Right.
And that's more that was more so they shit.
That's
So like
kind of
we wasn't
territory.
fucking with that joint. Like so yeah, that's why I never even like,
So alright, switch up a little bit. I got a question. Like, who your favorite comedians like coming up like that you fuck with
in the
in the
city.
city? Yeah, in the city.
Dom Dukes.
Dom Dukes.
Yeah,
He
Dom
funny
Dukes.
as shit.
Dom Dukes funny as shit. It was Quill, but but he now he big
Yeah,
dog
he
now.
don't really count no more.
Yeah, cause I was the first person to
He said that. He said
Yeah,
he first
like,
shot him out, show him love.
yeah.
He said everybody, you and him, like really locked in.
Yeah, because I was working at the airport and shit. He said UPS. I wasn't working at UPS and shit. But it was FedEx and shit. But I mean, Reef. That was another thing too. Like, cause I know I'm one of those motherfuckers like, yo, I'm the boy Dame and this and that. There, I was in that joint. Like, I'm thinking I was low key.
Mhm.
But when they hired all these young motherfuckers, they was like, yo, that's the boy Dame, this and that. There. So they had like, yo, my man, my cousin Quill, he do this in videos or whatever. And that's how they came about shit. But now since he a big guy, I can't even call him like say like.
Mhm.
But at the time it was him, Dom Dukes, young motherfucker, damn. Who the fuck else? What? Who got up and coming? $100.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Cause a lot of these motherfuckers established now. Like, I mean, I watch everybody shit like fucking Rich. Who the fuck else? Cause everybody was pretty much like you
Everybody-
already
Alright,
know.
so switch. Alright, so I'm gonna ask you a better question. So,
Michio, but you know.
Michio, yeah, recipes Michio. Who your top comedians? Period. Like ever. Like who?
In city?
Period. No,
Yeah.
ever.
Forever?
Ever.
Yeah.
My favorite comedian is fucking
Like what's your top 5?
my top. I don't know if it's in order or not, but
Ain't gotta be in order.
Dave Chappelle,
Dave Chappelle. Okay.
Chris Rock,
Okay.
Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock. Would I say Martin? Because I was like Martin the show.
No Martin?
I ain't really watch Martin stand up like that. That show
Oh,
I
okay.
watched the show that joint, but
Right.
alright, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock. Who the fuck else?
It's Eddie.
Mike Epps,
Mike Epps.
Okay.
Cat Williams,
Cat Williams.
Cat got some crazy stuff.
and yeah, it's probably a tie between fucking Eddie Murphy and fucking Bernie Mac.
Bernie, my God.
I would say on stage probably Bernie. If you was saying on stage.
Yeah.
On stage I was going Bernie.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Catalog is Eddie though.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna
You
fuck
got
that.
it.
But the thing is, when I caught on to Eddie late though, as far as like his stand up wise. I've been seeing the movies, but
Right.
my first joint, seeing his joint was me and Tiz. We was chilling with these bitches and shit. And we was
Bitches
watching.
gotta be around.
That's what it was. Like I was,
Yeah.
we was watching the Eddie Murphy, the first joint when he had the red jacket was called.
Oh, Raw.
Yeah.
Raw.
I'm like, oh, this joint funny as shit. Like that's when like I started really catching up, like going back in the days, like watching old shit. But that's
So you definitely was into the comedy shit. You was watching
yeah,
that shit. Okay.
yeah.
So alright, before we get out of here, let's basically anything else you want to say before you get out of here? Anything you want to clear up, like any, that people might misunderstood about you or case may be?
No, I don't really. I mean, whatever they think, like, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I'm just still the same day. You know what I'm saying? I'm still getting my get shoes and shit.
Let everybody know your social.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
social
social
it all
log.
down below though.
Yeah. Before I say that, well, all I want to know is everybody, you know, the Philly Club wave is, you know, like this one I'm on right now, like riding with that shit. Like, you know, we just trying to see Uzi and Drake, all the celebrities fucking with this shit. So I'm just trying. Like, I'm just trying to bring everything Philly to the world. Like,
Right,
I'm just
yeah,
trying to bring.
We're trying to get Philly to win again.
Yeah, so it's like, I feel like right now where
They
everybody.
on some shit though.
Yeah, we on some shit right now. Like, we fucking. Yeah, we was fucking, we the Pittsburgh Steelers when they was living in Ola and shit. Like,
Yes.
So like, yeah, fucking but yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, like my gram. Oh yeah, my gram was DameDollar, but I draw like it's DameDollurSWP because my other joint, I had posted this joint, bombing some joint. They had deleted the shit on my page.
You posted bombing some joint?
Yeah,
Yo. That's crazy.
So yeah, my joint I've been popping now is the DameDollurSWP and shit. Like the DameDollar joint got fucking burnt and shit. But yeah, but it's DameDollar everything, YouTube, Facebook, Space, all that shit. You know, like yeah. So.
The space,
Yeah.
my space.
Yeah, no, man, it's the Dawg house too, and it's a wrap.
Yeah.
I want different kind of cars and I want different kind of drips. I got way too many broads every day, another bitch.